westpalm.com. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Welcome to being treated like a pro.
Now, it's time for a little R&R.
Colin to the bucket, lays it up and in.
Ball game, Rizzo! Live in the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, this is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
This team is going to be tough when they finally get it together.
Sit back and relax. Let Russo and Rizzo take you home.
Oh, mercy!
Light him up, Colin!
Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3. Colin Russo and Mike Rizzo live from the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. It is Thursday, that opening round here at PGA National up in Palm Beach Gardens. Hope everybody's having a wonderful Thursday, the 26th of February, the last couple of days here. My name is Colin Russo. We got Mike Rizzo alongside me. We're going to try not to get kicked out. You know, they threatened to kick us out a couple times last year. There's somebody putting right here, right in front of us, that's going to be teeing off on 11. So 10 finishes up, and then 11 is right here. This poor gentleman, whoever is teeing off in about 3-4 minutes, I guarantee you we're going to get warning number one. We're going to get warning number one, and then warning number two is going to be his partner.
I feel like I'm the issue. Remember last year they specifically pointed at it.
Yeah, because you don't have an indoor. You don't know how to lower your voice.
Yes, I do. That's just.
I don't think you do.
I did it for a whole hour last year. Remember? I made it a whole shtick. I was whispering like this. I did that the whole second hour. Yeah, this is an issue though. We're right by 11.
We're right by the tee box of 11.
We're right by 11
at PGA National at some point this weekend. Come say hello, because we'll be doing shows and live broadcasts throughout the weekend. So you can tune into that and tune in to us. We'll maybe have a couple guests throughout the weekend. It should be a grand old time, but it remains to be seen if we're going to get into a little bit of trouble here at PGA National. Remember last year we said that they have a jail underneath the clubhouse that was reserved for you?
But it was reserved for me, but the good news is I know the executive director of the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches.
He's not bailing you out during the tournament. He's got things to do.
Todd Fleming is an Ohio man. He's an Ohio State. He's a Buckeye.
He's not bailing you out.
He's going to bail me out.
He's not bailing you out today. He'll bail you out on Monday when he's done, when he's cleaning it up.
Listen, you got to realize something too. All right, I tested the internet connection here yesterday. I got friends. All right, I got more friends than just the executive director.
You got no friends with the handcuff keys. You don't have any.
I think I do. So if one of us does get jailed here in the Cognizant Classic jail, I know a couple of people.
Mike Rizzo's head on the hood of a golf cart getting handcuffed by two security employees here. The security vests that you get off Amazon, and it's not state issued. Let's put it that way. And they're going to be handcuffing Mike Rizzo on the hood of a golf cart. That is going to be my prediction.
Can you imagine the general manager Stephanie Prince of ESPN West Palm? Can you imagine
she
her
would get
reaction
a kick out of it?
She
would love it
if they threw my head on the hood of one of those golf carts and put me in handcuffs and threw me in the back, hog tied me and they handcuffed me and threw me in the back.
You a wild boar?
That's protocol around here, right? No. Listen, Kyle, when they come up to the tee, we're going to be very quiet. We're going to follow directions. Remember, we had a couple of sheriffs that came over here last year.
The problem
we had a couple of volunteers.
As far as we've been told, it wasn't player related. It was the people that hold up the paddles.
Yeah, the sheriffs.
That say, quiet. It was their problem. It was not necessarily the players so at a golf tournament, at the end of the day, if the players are bothered, then yes, we're bothering them.
Correct.
And we are bothersome individuals. But if it's not bothering the players, then I don't know if I'd say we're being that much of a nuisance.
Yeah, and
I think we wait for the first player to say something.
I think we might even have the speaker on last year. We don't have the speaker.
I do not think we had the speaker on last year. I could be wrong. I
think we had a multitude of issues when it came to me being a little loud. Sadly, my voice projects. As you mentioned, I do have a tough time maybe talking in a softer voice. But when push comes to shove, I'll pull through. I promise. I'll pull through.
I think you should go normally. I think we should go normally until a player gets involved.
Okay.
And when a player gets involved and gives his first official warning, then we can have a discussion.
Yeah. I would like the gentleman's name that got bothered too. I feel like That could be it. I want to know the gentleman who got bothered. So, I want to personally apologize to him.
There's more than one gentleman.
We're in their backyard.
There was more than one gentleman. Oh, you talking about the golfer?
Yeah, the golfers.
Oh,
I mean, we're at their workplace. You know what I mean? We're happy to be here in a wonderful event like the Cognizant Classic of the Palm Beaches.
I do think it's a little overplayed.
A little bit?
Yeah. The quiet paddle and everybody's got to stop moving. I understand it. I get it.
We do have a golfer approaching 11.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens here. We'll see what happens here.
He's got the visor. So he went with the visor look today.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. All I could say is this guy's gonna have either we're gonna have a rude awakening or he is.
So how are you today, man? You've been bouncing around the COG. You had the microphone. You were manning on the street in it. And for those of you that don't know what it is, he was going up to people and talking to them at the golf tournament. Had a couple of questions lined up for the people you were talking to. How was it today? Did you have some fun?
Yeah, I had a good time.
Okay.
I did have a good time.
And I know you ate.
Well, we missed lunch.
Is that right?
They closed lunch here at 1 p.m.?
Is that right?
Yeah. Well, not close lunch here. They closed lunch for the media at 1 p.m.
As I told you numerous times with Doc Allen, Men's Only Medical, I'm doing the weight loss and nutrition program, so I'm really watching what I eat lately, Kyle. But I did see they gave us the purple ribbon, which means we could eat all week.
Yeah, we showed up late.
We could eat all week. So if you need a meal, kid, you come here. Come to the Cognizant Classic.
Well, if you have a media pass.
Well, sure.
But yes, but the media pass, they have 12:45 to 1 p.m. is when you could eat.
So for 15 minutes?
No, I don't think it was that.
I think
I'm
you're
being a little hyperbolic. I'm being a little hyperbolic.
I think you're overreacting a bit.
All right, here we go. Step number 1. This is going to be nice. We have Isaiah Salinda teeing off for us.
Dude, how do you know that?
Because they have the last names on right there with the guy
with
the stick.
Right? Oh, yeah.
They got the guy with the stick.
Yeah.
They got the guy with the stick.
I know that from Gilmore.
Isaiah Salinda fires it right down the fairway. Congratulations. On hole number 11, we get things started here.
Okay.
All right, so we got somebody else. We're going to have his partner.
This is the guy who went with the visor. Or no, they're playing with 3. They're doing a trio.
Yeah, it's the first round.
They're doing a trio.
It's the first round. All right, so we got another guy here.
Yeah, but he's not visor guy. I think visor guy is the guy here.
Yeah, I think this is Alejandro Tosti.
Good pronunciation.
Thank you. There's no fact check on that, so I could be completely wrong. Mike Rizzo, Colin Russo, live at the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches, live on hole number 11 next to T-Box. We got to be quiet because they got the paddles up.
I think he's going 3-wood here. I hope he's got enough club.
I don't know. We're getting no dirty looks yet.
He's going to have to really get a hold of this one, Colin.
I don't know. All right.
He didn't like it. He didn't like it.
He didn't hold that foul through at all.
He did not like it.
All right.
Wrong club.
Jeez, might not be seeing him on Saturday. Let's put it that way.
And then now, he did not. Yeah, he did not like that.
He didn't like that one at all.
No. Visor, as I call him, is you're looking up his name. Visor, as I call him, he's going 3-wood as well. Could be a 5-wood. Can't really tell from this angle.
I apologize. This one is Isaiah Salinda.
Okay, so you botched it.
I did.
Okay.
I did.
Okay. Now, a couple of practice swings here,
The visor's a little much.
That's what I said. College, it's a little much.
It's a little much.
It's a little much. Put a hat on. Put a hat on.
Would you want your hair to get some color?
Maybe.
There's no sea salt, sea water here.
That was a stinger. That looked like a stinger. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know if he likes that one. It's a little left.
Yeah, it's a stinger.
But nonetheless, Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. Colin Russo, Mike Rizzo. There's your whole 11.
Yeah. Your breakdown, right? Your breakdown, and now we could go back to outside voices and scheduled programming. So.
Well, we'll see. Maybe you get arrested. If you get arrested, I think that would be a net positive for the station.
For the station, I'd have to. Who do I call? Actually, I call Uncle Mark. Uncle Mark, come bail me out.
Uncle Mark.
He'd come bail me out.
Isn't he in Boca Raton?
He'd come bail me out.
He'd drive an hour north.
He would. Right.
You wouldn't ask our content director, Brian Rowitz, to bail you out.
I don't think Brian would bail me out.
Would Stephanie Prince, our general manager, bail you out?
I don't think so. I think she'd just laugh in my face.
Would Christina Costanza, our director of marketing and on-air host, would she bail you out?
I don't think so. I don't think so, Kyle. I think I'd have to call a family member.
So Christina, Brian, and Stephanie, 3 leaders in this company, would not bail you out?
I don't think so.
Would Mike Matroka, the director of sales,
now
bail
maybe.
you out?
I think so. Actually, Mike might bail me out, now that I think about it.
What if Mike is talking to somebody in relation to business?
Looks like I'm burned. Looks like that one phone call. I'm going to have to make that one phone call pretty good.
Here's what I think would happen.
To put it to use.
I think if you knew that Christina Costanza was here and you made that one phone call to Christina, she would let it go to voicemail.
She'd throw away the key.
You'd be leaving a message. You'd be leaving a message on a prison phone.
You might be onto something.
Yeah.
You might be on. She'd throw away the key. Who am I kidding?
Would that be a new low for you?
Getting arrested?
Getting arrested at a golf course.
For being too loud on a microphone during a radio show?
Doing your job.
Yes. That would be an all-time low. That'd be one I'd have to explain to my father for sure. Because I grew up at golf courses with him, and he knows I know golf etiquette.
Well, we're doing a show.
Yeah.
There's golf etiquette. There's doing a show.
Yeah, but you think I'd have enough know-how someone's approaching the tee that I'd pipe down a bit.
I don't know. It depends. All I'll say, we don't have anybody on 10 right now right in front of us.
No, yeah.
So
we're in the clear.
we're in the slower part of the day because all these guys have finished their rounds. So I think we should be okay. But if this comes up, they're looking at you.
Yeah, probably.
And you're going to get – listen, if you get thrown out –
they're going to hog-tie me they're going to throw me in the back of those carts.
Unfortunately, I hate to admit it, I am a little bit of an instigator. I would agree with them. I would honestly guys, handcuffs. What about the feet tie? Tie his feet together. I would be a bad influence on the police officer.
You'd be pouring gasoline on the fire?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would make it worse. Unfortunately.
You wouldn't have my back?
Check his pockets. Did he steal anything?
You wouldn't have my back? I'd have your back. That's a shame. That's a shame.
Get your back and say what?
He's doing his job, Blue.
Blue? Yeah. if you call the police officer Blue, he is throwing you in the back of that car before you can play.
I forgot this isn't a baseball
Come on, Blue. I'm at the golf course.
I forgot.
Come on, Blue.
Wrong sport.
Like you're talking to the umpire.
Yeah.
Talking to an offensive line with blue jerseys. Come on, Blue. That's a strike. That's what you want to do to the police officer who's reading you the Miranda rights at the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beach?
Listen, Kyle. I don't think we're going to be getting thrown out. That's the good news. And it's a beautiful day. Everyone's in a great mood. Right?
Did you bring sunblock?
Absolutely not. I don't necessarily believe in sunscreen. I got to be honest. A lot of it's filled with awful things for your skin.
Oh, the sun is far better.
I'd rather get one good, with my skin, if I get one good burn, I'm good after that. I'm not consistently in the sun, though. I won't get a sunburn here. We're underneath the pavilion, right?
But you're going to be outdoors all weekend.
It'll be all right, It'll be all right.
So you don't believe in sunscreen?
Not necessarily.
That's a waste of time.
Not necessarily.
That's a waste of time.
Have
you ever spoken to a singular dermatologist in your life? What do you think Doc Al would say if that men's only medical?
He probably would disagree, but I just, it's filled with junk. A lot of this stuff is filled with junk. Yeah. My brother got me.
You're treating this like junk food. It's not junk. It's treating for your skin.
But here's the thing. I can tan. If I'm outside, I tan well.
You're pale as a ghost now. You're not gonna
pale as a
tan.
sheet. I'm pale as a sheet.
You're not gonna.
But
tan.
I'm not getting a burn. How the sun's barely shining on me. I got a plant here. I got a roof here. I got a hat on.
The sun is setting directly behind us.
On.
The sun is setting directly behind us.
The only chance the only thing that would possibly get burned would be my neck, and I got long hair. I got long hair right now.
Not long enough to cover your neck.
I mean, what, a smidgen of it? If I turn around, there's probably not even an inch of skin
Mike,
showing.
you ever see the Twilight movies?
Yeah, I have. Great movies.
You look like the vampires when they step out into the sun and they start glistening.
All right. I'm not that white. All right,
You're glistening. You're like a disco ball at prom.
Oh God, maybe Saturday. So Saturday, no, I got to get here early. Maybe after, 3 o'clock, I go over to the pool and get a little base. What do you think?
All right. We're at that time of the year.
Get a little.
We're
base.
at that time of the year. All I'm saying, you need to get a little tan.
Okay. Well, I've been losing weight with Doc Al over at Men's Only Medical.
What have you been doing with Men's Only Medical?
I'll tell you what. I've been doing the weight management and nutrition program. I'm eating foods based on my blood type. That's what I'm doing with Doc Al. Originally when I got a part of the concierge healthcare service, which I got Doc Al's number. God forbid something happens, I could call him. I don't got to wait on a godforsaken call tone. Have to listen to some godforsaken wait music, elevator music while I'm waiting to talk to an operator. I call Doc Al and he gets me in as soon as that day. But anyway, we did the blood tests and all that, and how Doc Al does it is based on your blood type, that's the kind of food you should be eating. So it's tailored to you. You know exactly what you got to do to lose weight. And obviously, folks, it takes hard work. It takes being in the gym. But also, you got to be cognizant of what you're putting into your body. That's just half of it with Doc Al over at Men's Only Medical. Professional skincare. professional skincare, professional EKG heart evaluations. You can see all of your heart levers right there, exactly what your ticker is doing. And then the things that are flying off the shelf are the peptides. I mean, peptides, first off, are the talk, I feel like, of the medical field right now. But Doc Al can't say, those things are selling itself right now. So go to North Dixie Highway, go to MedZoeMedical.com, and see what Doc Al can do for you. That's North Dixie Highway. Doc Al, my guy. Tell him Riz sent you.
Colin, Russo, and Mike Rizzo live at the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. Day 1, round 1, right outside the tee box of hole 11. So come on, say hello. If you're going to watch some golf throughout the weekend, we are live here up until 6 p.m. That is Mike Rizzo, Colin Russo. We got Damian Perez helping us out at the City Place Studios in downtown West Palm Beach. We'll take a time out here on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
What's the Anajar and Levine difference? If you're the victim of a car crash, you will always speak to a lawyer. You'll always get the highest standard of care from our dedicated legal team, and we'll always fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. That's the Anajar and Levine difference. Call our legal team right now for a free consultation. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Don't wait. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
In office, West Palm Beach.
What would you do with an extra $700? You can earn up to $700 per year with Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Boost Checking pays 7.0 annual percentage yield on balances up to $10,000. That's up to $700 extra to do what you love. Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Requirements apply to earn the highest dividend rates. Limit 1 checking account per membership. Dividend rates and annual percentage yield subject to change. Business accounts do not qualify. Insured by NCUA, official credit union of Florida Atlantic Athletics.
The Palm Beach Health Network Physician Group, an affiliate of the Palm Beach Health Network, is committed to delivering high-quality care to the communities they serve. Their award-winning physicians and specialists provide a level of expertise that has resulted in regional firsts and outstanding patient outcomes. For a physician referral, call 866-654-2362. To learn more about the Palm Beach Health Network Physician Group, visit pbhnphysiciangroup.com, pbhnphysiciangroup.com, to get in touch with the Palm Beach Health Network Physician Group.
Want to accelerate your career as a manager or executive in the exciting industry of sports? Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program is ranked #1 in Florida and 10th in the world. Students learn practical and applied skills from top faculty and experts who work in the industry. With a 94% placement rate for all grads, the full-time MBA program sets students up for success in the world of sports. Check out Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program today by going to business.fau.edu.
Come to Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium on Saturday, March 21st for Pickleball Day, presented by Florida Power and Light. Purchase a special game day package which includes a reserved box ticket, a Cardinals and Marlins pickleball paddle, and a chance to meet and greet the Palm Beach Royals pickleball team as part of a pregame clinic on the concourse. After the game, kids can run the bases and everyone can enjoy a post-game concert. Purchase your Pickleball Day package at RogerDeanChevroletStadium.com.
I'm only human, y'all. I'm only human, y'all.
Let's get back to the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. This is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
If you're looking to get into training, not just working out, talking about training, then F45 West Palm Beach is the place for you. F45 stands for Functional 45. It's dynamic. It's team training environments, 2 coaches on site, making sure you're doing things properly, loud music, good vibes, and a community of gym goers. You go, it's class style, so 45 minutes. You are in and out through the morning or the afternoon. You could do all of it at F45. Check them out today, F45 West Palm Beach. Get your first 3 classes for just $30. That's F45 West Palm Beach. Go check it out today. F45 West Palm Beach. We're live here at the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. Colin, Russo, and Mike Rizzo. It is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3. In the spirit of it, we've seen a lot of these guys already, play through their rounds. Let's give you a little rundown of what is going on. Let's get into our scoreboard update. Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. Leaderboard updates brought to you by Kaiser University and the Breakers West Palm Beach. Visit KUSeahawks.com for the latest on the championship flagship campus of Kaiser University. ESPN 106.3 live at the Cognizant Classic presented by Kaiser. Well, here's what you have to look forward to. There's been two players specifically who had a heck of a round. Leading the pack right now firmly at number 1 is Austin Smotherman, who finished with 9 under today. In round 1, shot a 62 on this course. So an excellent day for him. And then Nico Echevarria had an excellent day as well. He is right behind him at 8 under. Outside of that, we go firmly to number 3, where we got 3 players tied at number 3. Taylor Moore is 4 under. He is finished with his round. Jackson Suber is 4 under. He has finished his round. And Christopher Wrighton is 4 under through 13. So you got all of that. There's your top 5 currently. And then you get into the 3 under territory, where there's a plethora of players sitting at 3 under at the Cognizant in the Palm Beaches. So Austin Smotherman leading the pack here so far through round 1 at 2026 Cognizant Classic in the West Palm Beaches, in the Palm Beaches. There's your scoreboard update presented by Kaiser University and the Breakers Palm Beach. All right, so there's your golf scoreboard update. Did you hear what Tampa International Airport did today?
Yeah, they're banning pajamas. You know what? Like, what is can I wear sweats? Like, I have a couple of questions. Like, all right, obviously I'm not going to wear my Star Wars PJs.
So I'll tell you exactly what they said. Here's a quote. I'm going to read this. This is from the Tampa International Airport. I'm pretty sure, I'm 95% sure this is their real Twitter. And I've seen people.com write about this. Here's what they said. They released a graphic, and they said, "We've seen enough. We've had enough. It is time to ban pajamas at the Tampa International Airport after successfully banning Crocs and then go Crocs free at the airport. They don't want any pajamas now. They said the madness starts today. The movement starts now." How about that?
Wow. I just I feel like a lot of things can be considered pajamas. Like, is sweatpants and a hoodie pajamas? Is like I like
probably not, but it could be.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Are you at the judgment of the TSA agent?
I just yeah.
Hold on. What do they do if you have pajamas?
They send you home. You can't get on the flight.
You can't get on the plane.
Yeah. That's what I'm assuming.
What if you paid for the ticket? Did they refund that?
No, probably not. Probably not. It's up at what and listen, I am assuming, and you're talking to somebody who likes wearing sweatpants and a hoodie on a plane. I wear sweatpants, hoodie, socks, and my Nike sandals. That's what I wear on a plane. I don't want anything. I don't want any skin touching that godforsaken seat. I'm hood up, and the clothing is touching the seat. That's how I operate. So I'll throw on if airport security wants me to dress in a button down and dress pants, I could do all that, but I prefer not to.
That was the old days too. If you went to the airports in the 70s, 80s, and even 90s, it was a place where you were had to dress high note. It was a business casual. You had to dress. You have to have a blazer on with dress pants and dress shoes.
Yeah.
And you had to sort of dress to the nines just to get on a flight, because that's what the culture and customs were. It's not like that anymore. Do you think it's gotten too far overboard?
I just think a lot of things can be considered pajamas. And I think this might be more of a detriment for the airport for the things that you said. Like, hey, I paid for this ticket. Like, you're going to turn me away after paying for this flight? I'm going to miss my flight. Now what am I going to do? I feel like this is going to bring the airport more headaches than not. Would you agree?
I don't disagree. I think it's hard. I don't want to turn the TSA agent into an NFL referee and just let him or her make a subjective call on whether it's pajamas
or
Crocs.
Can we go to the booth? Can we go to the booth? Like say
a subjective call. You're going to have an argument where you're going to go to
right.
There's no Dean Blandino to clarify the call. So what are you going to do here? And I agree. Some people get really upset at how people dress in airports. That has never bothered me. I would ban about 3 or 4 other things at the airport before I even get to dress code.
Well, you know me, brother. No hot food on an airplane you're some kind of psychopath. If you whip out like a pizza or
but
chicken
hold on
wings,
a second. Hold on a second.
like
you're Mr. First Class. Get a home cooked meal in front row.
Well, also like I'm in first class. I'm not sharing space with others. I got my own space. You know, it's me and a giant armrest.
So the difference in people getting fed or not should be whether you're in first class or not.
Yeah, I mean,
you think people in coach should not get fed?
I think people in coach who are sharing a lot of space with other people, you got to have your head examined if you're whipping out a piece. And listen, like, do I like flying first class? Absolutely. Do I fly first class more than often? Yes. More than often, yes. But there are times where I'm at the window seat and I'm really at the mercy of other people not being disgusting human beings. But I told you the story about the guy cracking the lobsters, okay, which was, I still think that person needs therapy. And then the other, what was it, a year and a half ago when I originally moved down here, guy whips out a full pizza, stunk up the whole plane. Smelled like crap for an hour and a half because he needed his pizza. Brother, you're on an airplane. Lifesavers, Chex Mix,
well, what about the
gummy
hot food?
worms.
How is that different from the hot food in first class?
Because it stinks. It stinks, Kyle.
Well, now you're eating the hot food. You don't care because you're cracking a chicken leg because you got it in first class, paid $1,200 for it. All of a sudden, it's not a problem.
Dude, you're not eating chicken wings in first class. You're not eating hot wings in first class, brother.
Point still stands.
It's like they give you, it's pre-made food that they heat up and you eat it in a tray. Like this isn't going to Wingstop and bringing garlic Parmesan wings on a flight. And I've seen it. I've seen the lunacy of people. Hot food for me, and you shouldn't be allowed to recline your seat. We've talked about this.
No problem with that. I think reclining on an airplane has gotten too outdone, overdone. The planes are too small to accommodate it. They'll put too many seats, not enough reclining.
And I'm in the minority on this for a right reason. But you should not be allowed to go number 2 on the plane. Flush your bowels before the plane.
There's emergencies. You're gonna have to let that slide.
Dude, you cannot. I cannot believe people go poop on an airplane. That's another thing. I have a real issue with that.
You know what I would?
I drink a lot of coffee and I drink a lot of water.
These people do it by choice?
I drink.
These people don't do that by choice.
Well, Colin, there's something called bowel management, and before I get on a plane, I have bowel management. Is that like, dude, the night before? Like, again, I'm not eating. Again. I'm not eating like a degenerate the night before.
Again.
I'm eating light. I'm clearing out in the morning.
What about the
and
people
I'm driving to the airport?
Who have the gastrointestinal issues?
I am one of those people.
All right.
Okay.
Well, not everybody has it as well handled as you are. If there's an emergency, people only do that in an emergency. They only do that in an emergency. You cannot outlaw it.
I just feel like
you cannot outlaw an emergency program.
But like, just like how I get on coaches for having poor clock management. It's something I could do from my couch. The only thing that I could do from my couch while watching a football game, clock management. I get on people for bowel management because, dude, it's something you can manage. That's it. So hot food, bowel management, and reclining a seat should be outlawed. Before pajamas.
See, I don't know. Tampa International has announced that they would ban pajamas and Crocs at the airport. That has been announced, and I don't know how serious it is, but the Tampa International Twitter account did post it. So that's number 1. Number 2 is 888-760-3776. I could think of 4 or 5 things things I'd ban within an airport, whether action or something like that, before I would ban pajamas.
And Colin, growing up, with my uncle scattered across the country, this is from scars from flying and terrible incidents from being on airplanes with people doing stupid stuff with hot food and bowel management. And I'm trying to think of some other stuff too.
I know what I would ban.
Let me hear it.
I would ban baggage claim. There needs to be a thick red line about 6, 7, 8 yards back from the actual movement line, and you could only go when you get your bag. You can't have people. You ever see the people hovering over the? Oh my God!
The beginning.
What a waste of time. Those people are clogging the lane. It is traffic. I get annoyed by it every single time.
You don't check bags, though. When's the last time you checked
But sometimes you have to if you're, group 7
sure.
On an airline, and you have to check it all the way through. You go through on the other end. I'm waiting for my bag, and you got 100 people here. You got 6 old people and a person with a 5-person family hovering over the bags coming on the carousel. Back up. Back up.
You're the bare.
Go 5, 6 steps back.
I forgot you are the bare minimum on a flight. You'll sit in the middle seat in the back.
Well, I have no problem with that. Back up. Why are you over? They're like trying to sniff every bag that comes through. What are you doing?
They're in a rush. They're in
you
a
are
rush.
wasting everybody, including my time.
I get it, yeah.
That's it. That should be outlawed. Have a thick red line and have a ref flag on the play. You got to wait till it goes around twice.
It's a baggage claim is a zoo. Call it for what it is. It's a zoo.
It's a zoo.
It's a zoo.
And I cannot stand when people are hovering over their bags when it doesn't.
Dude,
you have no idea when it's going to come.
I have a baggage claim story for you. So me and this individual, we apparently had the same bag. And this individual grabs the bag and starts running out with it. And granted, Colin, at the time, I'm 31 years old now. I was probably 18 years old at the time. And I almost tackled the person. I thought he was like stealing my bag. And I confronted this individual. That's another thing too. People are morons. Like and thankfully I have one of those tags on my bags that like says it's my bag.
That's discernible.
And a hot and fiery 18-year-old running up to this individual going, "Are you stupid?" Look right here. So
how old is this guy?
He had to be in his 40s. And he was he said he was in a rush. He's on a work conference.
You can't do that
I said,
to
I don't give
somebody
a rat's.
in their 60s and 70s.
I said, I don't give a rat's. You know what I mean? Give me my bag back, you thief. And I called him a thief. TSA came over. Hey, everything all right? Yeah, he stole my bag. That was the whole incident. I could have handled it better.
You definitely could have handled
it
better. Jeez. Say, hey, I think you got the wrong bag. If he makes a break for it, then you could call thief.
Granted, I think I had someone next to me eating a bologna sandwich. See, like, you're at the
bologna
mercy.
sandwiches don't smell.
Yeah,
you're in a public airport.
With this nose, they do. With this
That's
nose,
a waste
they
of
do.
time. That's a waste
With
of time.
this nose, it does.
I think there should be a thick red line, like an out-of-bounds marker, at the carousel of baggage claim. 6 yards. Do not go in until you see your bag. And I know that's a culture thing. Maybe you can't change that, but find a way to penalty enforce it. You got a 10-second timer. 10, 9, 8. Oh, you got your bag? All right, get out.
Now, I think the gates are a nightmare too.
Well, here's another thing I would add.
The gates are a nightmare.
Another thing I would say is people standing up before they board the plane. What are you standing up for?
Yeah.
You're clogging the lane for everybody else.
Yeah.
I think it's just impatience at the end of the day. Listen, I'm fine with – you know what I do if my thing is not called? And let's say Group 1, I'm Group 5, and Group 1's getting called, they're boarding the plane. I'll go do a lap around the terminal if I don't want to sit.
Yep.
I'll walk around. Go to the bathroom, whatever you got to do. And I'm not the type to hover right next to the gate agent trying to scan people, and all of a sudden they're and also the people who try to board and not their group,
correct,
and they get caught and they hold up everybody else. What a waste of time.
Well, yeah, because
they
don't want to pay.
Is there a more inconsiderate lot than those people?
And they don't want to pay for a bag. They don't want to go on the website and be prepared beforehand. I'm the type. I'm Group 1, and I'm ready to go. Group 1, got my bag. I know I'm going to get my bag up in its storage, and then I'm going to get on the flight. That's what happened. Like the airlines, it's part of they're part of their own destruction with how much they've priced people out. And listen, even though I pay it, it's way too overpriced. I agree with how upgrading your group number, the bag system. Like what a waste of time.
You spend it. The reason they do it is because you buy it.
Because I want to I want to get my bag and go off the plane. I want to be in one of the first 10 rows. If I'm not in first class, I'm in one of the first 10 rows, and my bag is right above me.
You stand next to the gate agent, don't you?
No. I just when they say Group 1, I get up out of my seat, put my switch away, put my laptop away, and I'm going. Dude, I'm game head. I'm at the laptop I'm at the airport 30 minutes before. I'm gaming. Gaming Zelda, I'm gaming Pokemon, waiting to get on my flight.
My perspective on it is just, if you're going to ban dress code things, that's sort of subjective. Ban actions people can do that actively inconvenience other patrons at the airport. Ban that. Ban that. That is ban people standing over the carousel at the baggage claim. Ban that. Oh, my God. Ban that.
I'm surprised you're not with me on the bowel management.
You can't do anything about it. What are you going to do? You're already in the air. What, are you going to turn this plane around? You're going to throw him out with a parachute?
You're going to have to hold it. You're going to have to hold it.
You have to hold it. What if he has now you're getting into dangerous territory.
And then he soils himself?
Would you feel point proven there? No. You'd feel like a fool.
Maybe.
You'd feel like
you
a
want to know what I tell him? Poor bowel management. I'd say poor bowel management.
You'd be down in his bowel management.
I would, and it's from someone like you said.
So
with
never.
some
I don't want to get into
right?
this, but you've never had a moment where I've had an emergency.
Not on an airplane.
What about in a public place? Ball game?
No, never at a sporting event. At work, I recently did because I was sick.
We could ban that tomorrow. That's another one. Yeah, you're one of those guys?
It was.
Oh, my God.
But no, this was when.
This is worse.
Remember when I came in sick?
Yes.
That's how I found out I was sick.
So you came in sick as a dog, patient X, with the plague, essentially, and Mike was sick as a dog.
I was.
And you soiled the
bathroom.
The bathroom.
Correct.
Got your germs everywhere, and then hightailed it out.
I'm not, Colin, I'm not an
Wow.
animal. I'm not an animal.
And we wonder how COVID started.
I cleaned
And we wonder. Boy, how did it get out of China? I tell you, people like Mike. Wow.
Poor bowel management.
That's terrible.
Yeah, I just, you
can't outlaw that. You can't outlaw that on the plane. That's crazy. You cannot outlaw that on the plane.
If you're doing that on the plane, though, like
what
you're,
you can't
you're
outlaw
an issue.
is
You're
where
an
people
issue.
stand. Is where people stand. That drives me crazy.
Getting up and running to the front after the airplane.
Oh, I
drives me
completely
nuts.
agree. That should be grounds for tripping.
Wish I could tackle those people.
You could trip.
Wish I could tackle those
no
people.
problem. Unless they make an announcement that, 7 people on this flight have to make a connection to
fine
O'Hare.
with it. Go.
They got 30 minutes. Go.
Go.
I'm in no rush. Go ahead.
Go.
That I agree with.
Go.
You have to make an announcement. You have to make an announcement. You got to tell the flight attendant, and the flight attendant's got to make an announcement. If that doesn't happen, that is inconsiderate.
But I had a woman. So I was in the window. She was in the aisle, and I tell you, I only sit in the first 10 rows. I think we were row 8, and she immediately gets up, and head coach John beelines it through the aisle, and a mother had a small child, and she barreled over the baby to the point where I got up, took my AirPods out, and I said something.
How many times do you have public
something.
altercations inside of an airplane?
Dude, that's worth saying something over. The only time anything's ever happened to me at an airport was when the guy stole my bag and that. Dude, she barreled over a little girl.
I'm taking your word for it. I don't know.
She barreled over a 2-year-old, and everyone's like, oh!
You look like a fool because you're hustling up to the front of the plane to try to get a good spot, and then you're waiting. And then you're waiting for the door to open.
And she was like unapologetic about it, too. You know what I mean? Not my problem. Control your kid. That's what sent me to orbit.
I don't know if she said that.
She
definitely didn't barrel roll a 2-year-old.
That's
what control your child. That's
what sent me to orbit.
I have a hard time.
And then come to find out that she wasn't on a connecting flight. That's when we had an issue. That's when the gallery started to have an issue with the individual.
Yeah, I can't stand a couple things, but listen, you're trying to outlaw things that we can't control.
Bowel management
can't control it sometimes. You can control where people stand. At the gate, at baggage claim, get rid of it.
Yeah, I can't wait for your next fight for when someone like rips out garlic Parmesan wings, and you're going to text me, Mike, I was on a godforsaken
I have been
flight.
with people that have eaten on an airplane, and I agree. It is inconsiderate. I'm the same way about people reclining their seats on an airplane in coach. I do not think is the right thing to do because I think it inconveniences other people. But to that token, I mean, outlawing it and then sitting up front with your Peter Luger sauce, cutting your medium rare is a little bit hard. It's a little elitist, I'm going to be honest. And you got to see my point of view. You got your Peter Luger and just shaking the bottle to get it out of there. And you got your peas and your corn on the you got your corn on the cob and you're smearing the butter on it. I have a little and you're talking to the back of the plane. Hey, no pizza. You can't do that. That's not fair. That's wrong. That's not fair. They serve fish on an airplane. Fish? They serve fish on an airplane. You want the meat or the fish? The fish.
Kyle, first off, it's pre-made food, bro.
Oh.
And it comes in a tray.
It smells.
No, you're dead wrong. You're dead wrong. And by the way,
you don't smell it because you're too busy eating it.
I paid for that seat, okay?
I
priced them out. I priced them out. I'm priced out. I priced out.
So you can pay for the bathroom
and
pay
wings.
for the food.
Yeah, correct.
See, that's
priced
what you
out.
want. If you want to use the airplane bathroom for doing your business, you got to pay for it.
Yeah.
Right when you began this conversation by saying it's unbelievable how airlines have charged you for checking a bag
I figured
for
it
the
out.
upgraded group.
Colin,
when you pay for all of it, and now you're coming up with more reasons for them to charge
I figured it out. If you want to go number 2 on an airplane, charge them $20, and we could the whole plane could get compensated. I'll take my 50 cents.
And
if you need to go have a bowel movement, $20.
And if you want to go save some money, you go to Flagler Credit Union.
Absolutely. They are the ones, folks, that I have my financial goals with. When I moved down here to South Florida from the Midwest, I needed a bank, and I went with that local name, Flagler, baby. Flagler. I got a savings account. I got my personal checking account. But the good news is, all right, they have business checking accounts. Not only do they have personal checking accounts, they have business checking accounts and plenty more. Go to their website. Check out what they can do for you. That's flaglercu.org. That is flaglercu.org. They got 4 locations across Palm Beach County. I go to the one right in West Palm Beach because I live in Palm Beach Lakes. But Lake Clark Shore, Boca Raton, they are everywhere here in Palm Beach County. And folks, if you have kids in college, that expensive high school, that expensive kindergarten, whatever it may be, and you need to take some money out, think of Flagler, because since they're a non-for-profit cooperative, they will charge you less when you need to get money for that new car, the new home improvement, that vacation. I hope no one's, eating hot food and chicken wings and crap and lobster with you on the flight, but Flagler can help you out with the flight. They can help you out with the amenities. See what they can do for you. Visit one of the 4 locations or go to flaglercu.org.
Colin Russo and Mike Rizzo, 888-760-3776 with Tampa International, perhaps banning pajamas and Crocs at an airport. What would you ban before you get to that? Mike wants to ban using the restroom, and Mike wants to ban hot eating food unless you're in first class. He wants to do all of that banning that before you get to the pajamas. 888-760-3776. What would you ban before you get to that? We'll start in West Palm. Leo in West Palm. Leo, welcome into the program. What do you got for us?
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking my call. I would ban – it's more for the airlines at this point, but I would ban them closing the gate 10 minutes before the scheduled takeoff time, because at that point, you got people that maybe are connecting. I had a situation. I was coming from overseas after my honeymoon, landed at JFK, same airline. Nobody communicated from the airline to the connecting flight, hey, we got people coming from overseas. You guys need to hold the gate or anything. We get there 10 minutes before the gate, we ran from one end of JFK to another end, and they closed the gate on us when it was like 9 minutes until it was takeoff. And they were like, no, we can't. And
Wow.
We had this whole rigmarole where we had to figure out, okay, how are we going to get home from JFK that night? The next day we got to work. We got to figure out a way. And people were talking about taking buses from JFK to Palm Beach and stuff like that. And so we're trying to figure out a way. Finally, I called the airline, schmoozed them, told them, hey, listen, it's my honeymoon. Hey, I bet you guys have first class seats available. Hook me up with a first class seat if you guys can't find a seat on the airplane, blah, blah, blah. And they ended up finding a coach seat for me to get on and my wife to get on after the honeymoon, come from overseas. But yeah, you cannot, if you're going to just close the gate, just put the exit time and the disembark, at the takeoff time at that time. Don't close the gate 10 minutes. You got people running. There's been so many movies of people running, trying to catch their gate on time and then giving them an extra 10-minute buffer to close the gate and not let anybody in. I don't think that's a safety thing. I think that's just trying to be, quote unquote, super efficient. But yeah, they need to stop that. They need to, if they say we're going to take off 3:10, take off 3:10. Don't close it at 3 o'clock.
Thanks, Leo.
Appreciate the call, Leo. Now, one thing I'd agree with is they close the gate and then they sit there. Then you sit there, then you realize you're 25th in line trying to get out of your gate. So that I agree with. Mm-hmm. Now, it's always a tough situation when you're 9 minutes versus 10. I don't understand why these gate agents have a hard out. I see both sides here. I do think that if you're going to leave at 10, that door should be shut at 10. But the thing is, once you shut, they want to leave at 10. They want people to be boarded ahead of time. They want to leave on time. Because if all of a sudden the door is shut at 3:10, you're not leaving at 3:10. You're leaving at 3:20 or 3:25. But the one thing I would add to that is if you're going to close the door at 3:10, don't be sitting on the runway till 3:55. That's where I think there needs to be a happy medium somewhere that we could find.
Before we get to our next caller, cousin Mike in Boca says, Mike, playing music or videos without headphones should be illegal. That's another bad one as well. And let's have Mike stay on standby because earlier in the show we talked about me being too loud at the golf tournament. Just in case I get thrown into the Cognizant Classic
He's a bailout
jail,
guy?
Mike, my cousin Mike will come bail me out, confirmed. But I think we have Neil Neil in West Palm?
888-760-3776. We lost Neil, so we're going to get Neil on lead.
Neil. Yeah,
888-760-3776. What are we banning at airports before you get to pajamas and dress code, which I think is a little bizarre if they're really going to go through with it. But I did see it, and I didn't know if there was any truth to it. But Mike Rizzo, Colin Russo, Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3, live from the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches, right next to the tee box at hole 11. We'll be here all weekend and all day up until 6 p.m. right here on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Does your business leave a lasting impression? Attractive, eye-catching signs help you stand out from the crowd and create a strong brand identity. Our team at Signorama West Palm are experts in helping your business get noticed and get effective signage in front of your potential customers. Our team can turn your blank windows or plain vehicles into money-making branding machines by drawing customers' attention to your business. So if you're looking to leave that lasting impression, call us 561-687-7993 or visit signoramawpb.com.
Kaiser University's flagship campus, the 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach, extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees within the heart of South Florida. Kaiser University also has an athletic program with 27 national championships, including their 3rd championship in women's soccer. Visit KUCHawks.com for the latest on the championship athletic programs at Kaiser University.
Experience the world's premier equestrian event right here in Wellington, Florida. The Winter Equestrian Festival brings together Olympic and world champion riders and horses from all around the globe for 13 weeks of elite international competition and unforgettable moments. Don't miss the iconic Saturday Night Lights, high-energy show jumping, incredible atmosphere, and excitement under the lights. Now through March at Wellington International. Visit wellingtoninternational.com for more information. Wellington International, where champions are made.
Good luck surviving the offseason, football fans.
At first I was afraid, I was petrified. Football's over, it's like a part of me just died inside. 200 days till football's back, but tonight I won't just cry, cause I've got a ways to play. And that's the place with Hard Rock Bet, I will survive.
Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Today's tax tip is brought to you by Anshin Accountants and Advisors with Joseph Malloy, tax partner in Anshin's Construction Group.
The One Big Beautiful Bill Act, also known as the OBBBA, will have a significant impact on tax planning strategies. The bill restores and makes permanent 100% bonus depreciation for all eligible purchases made after January 19, 2025. This tax incentive will influence investments in additional machinery and equipment upgrades, providing an immediate tax deduction and helping contractors increase cash flow. At Anshin, a partner-owned firm since 1923, we strategically guide construction companies through the new tax law to help them develop the right strategy and enhance profitability. If you're a construction executive or owner looking to maximize tax savings, let Anshin deliver value where others can't.
For more tax tips from Anshin, visit Anshin.com. That's ANCHIN.com. Anshin Accountants and Advisors, helping you recalculate what's possible.
I know you be hearing this and that from here and there, but
Let's get back to the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. This is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
The Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches is back at PGA National Resort and Spa. PGA Tour is back in Palm Beach. It's a can't-miss week. It starts today with that round one. 2 kids get in free with a ticketed adult. See stars like Koepka, Shane Lowry's in town. Some of the top golfers in the tour playing right here at PGA National in Palm Beach Gardens. You get the iconic Bear Trap, one of golf's toughest stretches of holes in that hangover on 16 and 17, which is as good as it gets in golf. Go get the Bear Trap on number 17 of the 16 green, and number 17 includes beer, wine, non-alcoholic beverages. You could still go to these places like the Champions Club with on-air conditioned venue, exterior seating, all-inclusive on food and beverages. You can go get your tickets still at CognizantClassic.com. That is CognizantClassic.com. Speaking of the Cognizant Classic, let's see what all of our big stars have done today since most of these guys have gotten through. let's do our scoreboard update. ESPN 106.3 live at Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches is presented by Kaiser University. Visit KUCHawks.com for the latest championship flagship campus of Kaiser University. It's also brought to you by the Breakers Palm Beach, and here's what you have to look forward to for today. Our main guy sitting at 9 under, already finished with his round, Austin Smotherman, having a huge round. He finished 9 under, shot a 62 today in round 1. So he is the early leader in the clubhouse. And we have Nico Echevarria, who is number 2 at 8 under. So Nico's going to be rounding out at number 2. And we got 2 gentlemen at 4 under, tied for 3rd. We got Taylor Moore and we got Jackson Suber, who are rounding out that top 4 in the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. There's your scoreboard update presented by Kaiser University and the Breakers Palm Beach. Colin Russo, Mike Rizzo, Damian Perez. Damian Perez is our producer back in the City Place in West Palm Beach. Damian, is there something you would ban in an airport if you had the opportunity to? Or do you agree with any of Mike and I's solutions? Because Tampa International is getting rid of pajamas, allegedly now, and they're getting rid of Crocs. And Mike wants to get rid of using the bathroom and hot food on a plane, and I want to get rid of standing over the baggage claim and the gate agent. Damian, where do you stand on this?
See, mine's similar to yours, and I don't know if you can ban this, but I feel like there needs to be a more efficient process. It's once the plane lands, you know, your carry-out things that are on, like, the top bins, how everybody just wants to get theirs right away and get out of the plane as quick as possible. I feel like there needs to be a more efficient process for that.
So you think people should be lined up, go 2 and 2 at a time? Do you think it should go back and front at the same time?
Or just be more patient. The first row gets their stuff, gets off the plane, and kind of just like routinely just have like a little process for that with everybody that follows.
I wish we could do that, Damian, but we can't expect that much from people, sadly. I told you the story about how the lady barreled over a 2-year-old and said, "Take control of your kid." I mean, it was one of the crazier things I've ever seen in my life. Makes you want to give up on humanity sometimes. But it's just like, you know, that is terrible. I mean, to get up out of your seat, to bolt in front of everybody. We've all been on this plane. All right, we've all been at the mercy of the airline for 3.5 hours.
Door's not even open.
Yeah, like, where are you going? Like, and Colin did mention earlier in the show, like, dude, if you have a connecting flight, like, you know,
make that announcement
and do it in an orderly fashion, right? Do it in an order, like, you know, it'd be like, hey, you know, I got a flight. Do you think I could squeeze it?
Well, not even that. You had to tell the flight attendant. Have the flight attendant make a noise,
right?
And say, hey, what's your flight number? And you give them the flight number, and all of a sudden she could check it. She knows. Like, all right, we need people on this flight and that flight to head up to the front, and they'll be ready to rock and roll. I mean, they should be able to do that. They should have that tickets accessed from the flight attendant's perspective. That's just the way I view it. But Damian, where do you stand on the hot food on an airplane that Mike so adamantly dislikes?
It doesn't really bother me. I will say, though, I think fish is a little bit too much. You know, that's
did the cracking of the lobster, I mean, geez.
Yeah, that's a bit too much. I just don't feel like that's a clean thing to, you know, eat on an airport.
Now, another thing that I think they do, well, I know they do it a lot in Europe. I know some countries do it in South America. They don't do it in the United States. I think it's probably because of the development of TSA and how strict it can be. But I think boarding on the front and back of an airplane, I know there's been studies that say the one way is the best way. I disagree. I think the 2 ways, front and back of the airplane, and they do in Europe is you exit the airplane onto stairs and you go into a bus. But if there's a way to get 2 jet bridges onto it, I feel like that just speeds everything up so much, just logically. If you have some people going out the back, some people going out the front, you're not waiting all day, for the 80-year-old to go get somebody to help the 80-year-old get her bag off the top, and then they won't do it, and then you're waiting all day. I think exiting out of the front and back of the airplane is just sound logic. I don't know why more airlines and the United States doesn't really do it.
Well, the back of the plane, Kyle, like, what's the jet bridge? What's the bridge called that connects to the airplane? Well, you have to have 2 of those then, right?
Or what they do sometimes is you exit and then you could, like, walk out to the gate.
Yeah. I don't know. I see what you're saying, though. It's
make it double.
Efficient.
Make it double.
It's
I don't know. Make it double. Make it line up. Who knows?
It's definitely more efficient than everyone waiting and stuffed like sardines.
Yeah, we're waiting all day for the guy in row 4. I'm in row 32F, and I'm waiting for the guy in row 4 to get his bag.
Quickly. I just, like, with something that's it's been the same for years. You know what I mean? Like the
It
whole
was a lot
airplane.
looser. It was a lot looser,
I
obviously,
trust me.
pre-9/11.
And I'm not even complaining about the security or anything like that. But like exiting a flight, like I don't know. Colin is right. Like all these things have been the same since the 90s. Outside of TSA and the security, which we need, like everything else, like gates and plane and how we exit, it's been the same for decades.
Yeah, I would say figure out a way to deplane people faster. And whether that means you have an actual system of doing it or if that means you have multiple exits on the aircraft, I think that is the best way to not only prevent delays, but keep people going on time. And I think with the lack of patience that you see amongst air traffic, are people going to and from airports all the time?
You got to assume people are in a terrible mood. Everyone in an airport, you got to assume they're in a sour mood.
And I think it should be mandatory that a major city needs to have a train or a public transportation that is not a bus directly from the airport to city center. Because you've never been to a New York airport. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. LaGuardia's okay.
Too many people. There's too many people.
But you can't get a train. There's no train to the airport.
So it's everyone driving in on taxis.
Taxis, or you take a shuttle to a subway stop, which is a waste of time.
And like for you, Kyle, you got to even plan ahead because you probably live farther away.
I mean, I know PBI is great, and there's no public transit here in South Florida. But even Fort Lauderdale, you have ways to get to the Tri-Rail. You have ways to get to the Bright Line.
I will say,
Miami or Nashville have ways to get to the Tri-Rail. Like that should be a mandatory thing at multiple national.
I fly out of Lauderdale because it's the only direct back home to Cleveland, and I love that. Honestly, I don't mind shouting it out. I love that Hibiscus parking garage. It's $20 a day. I know what I'm signing up for, and I can get in my car and get out, and it's easy to get to. Drive right in, get out of my car, and get on my flight.
888-760-3776. Number to get into the program. That's 888-760-3776. We'll go to New Jersey. Colin in New Jersey. Welcome into the program. What do you got for us?
Hey, just real quick observation. Listen, I think people should dress as comfortable as they want flying nowadays because all these horror stories about being stuck in the airport for hours and days, especially by these stores stormed up on the East Coast, I think you should dress as comfortable as you want. 10 years ago, 20 years ago, yes, I'll be opposed. But nowadays, with all these horror stories, people should dress the way they want. The one thing I will ban, tuna fish. No tuna fish on the plane.
Anything that people can be allergic to, I completely agree.
So the gentleman shouldn't have been cracking lobster and peeling each shrimp next to me?
People can be allergic to that.
Ridiculous.
People can get allergic to that.
Ridiculous.
Not a fan of that whatsoever. I completely agree with you on that. But what I am, appreciate the call, Colin. Thank you for chiming in. But what I am a big fan of is when you go over to the Hard Rock Bet app and you can bet on just about anything and bet on just about any game.
It's hockey season. It's hoop season, folks. And there are same-game parlays to get involved on. You got live betting all around the Hard Rock Bet app. Download it today and take advantage of it. There's also player prop options. Sign up with the Hard Rock Bet app today and double your winnings on your first 10 bets. If you're not a Hard Rock Bet user yet, you could sign up with Hard Rock Bet today and double your winnings on your first 10 bets. It's a maximum of 50, but that is right. Your winnings are doubled on your first 10 bets. If you would have won $100 on your bet, make that 200. Download the Hard Rock Bet app today. It is offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus, physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE. Colin, I made money on UConn last night with our good friends at Hard Rock Bet. I hammered the Huskies at home. And
did you see that St. John's
won by about 30.
No, but they did not score. They did not have a field goal in the last 17 minutes and 38 seconds in the game.
I got to be honest.
It is the longest time a ranked team has gone without a field goal in 8 years.
And going into that game, what? Patino beat Hurley 3 times in a row?
Yeah, he's been killing them.
Yeah, and I mean, they wanted that one. And how about Hurley? Did you see Hurley in the timeout?
Oh, yeah.
The video?
Go right at them. Yeah. He's like, don't
give
them
them you know what? Yeah.
Don't give them any
Don't give them any life and kick their what? I mean, he is a top-notch.
He can't stand Patino. He can't stand Patino.
He is a top-notch coach. Hurley is truly.
That was as laughable of a game as I've ever seen. You talk about a ranked team. They're 15th. They have 5 losses. They have 1 loss in Big East play. They went to 17 minutes and 38 seconds left in the second half, and they did not get a field goal the rest of the way. They had 2 field goals in the second half. They had 14 total points.
So at the 17 mark, Kyle, they didn't score.
They got free throws, but they didn't score a basket. They had 14 total points in the second half. That is pathetic.
So I had pink smoke till 7 o'clock last night. Colin, I got home, saw the Huskies were up 20. I said, oh, that's cashing. Goodbye.
He's
That's
done.
it. We were done. We
It
were
was
done
done.
with that game. We were done with that game.
I haven't seen them play that well in a long time.
And
so.
listen, that was big for you. That was big for you guys. It
You
was.
need that.
You needed that. You needed that heading into the Big East tournament. But Big East is down. I can't believe. My buddies, they reached out about the score and said, "Oh, this sport is a joke. I don't know how you can watch college basketball. These are guys who watch the NBA." I said, "That's rich coming from you lot." Okay.
Yeah, I was happy.
I said Hurley lost the last couple of games versus Patino. All right, and they were at UConn.
I mean, yeah, that wasn't
game was at
entertaining.
UConn.
There's been plenty of great games.
Yeah.
An excellent season.
It's-
I'm
yeah.
not necessarily think that
I didn't understand.
great games.
And like I said,
look tonight they got Michigan State, Purdue tonight, and they got Michigan, Illinois tomorrow night.
Yeah. You see the Buckeyes lost by about 100 points at Iowa.
You know they've won back. They haven't won or lost 2 games in a row since November.
It's insane.
They go back and forth.
But like, now they have to. Now they probably have to not to get too into it. They probably have to beat Purdue to get into the tournament. Neither here nor there. Folks, sign up with that Hard Rock Bet app today and get involved with all the great stuff that's going on.
Colin Russo and Mike Rizzo, Damian Perez. We'll take a time out here. It's Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
Tired of being sidelined by a sports injury? Get back in the game with Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Whether you're a professional athlete or even a weekend warrior, you can get back to doing what you love with our compassionate orthopedic team. Experience a new level of care and get back to your best. Welcome to being treated like a pro. Make an appointment today at baptisthealth.net/ortho or call 833-556-6764.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 106.3.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Want to play college basketball? Register today for the free Orange Bowl Florida High School Basketball Showcase presented by Baptist Health. Hit the hard court on Saturday, March 14th at the David Posnack JCC in Davie and show off your basketball skills in front of coaches from across the country for a chance to earn scholarships for college. The event is open to high school juniors and seniors, both boys and girls. More than $1 million is awarded each year. Register for free today at orangebowl.org.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
Hungry for something new? Head to DQ Grill and Chill and try the brand new Flamethrower chicken strips. Crispy, juicy, and served with DQ's world-famous soft serve as your dipping sauce. Sweet meets heat in every bite. Need something refreshing? Cool down with new DQ sparklers and coolers, DQ lemonade, or pineapple lemonade with a splash of tahini. And don't forget, you can celebrate any occasion with a DQ cake. Perfection. DQ Grill and Chill with 2 locations, 4828 Lake Worth Road or US 1 just south of North Lake.
Hey, ref, time out, man. All right, team, we're only down by 5. We can still win this. Grab some water and get back out there. Whoa, not that water. You need Culligan water. With a free water test and advanced reverse osmosis purification system, Culligan helps reduce contaminants, delivering cleaner, safer, better tasting water. Enjoy 12 months interest-free. Schedule your free test today at Culligan.com. Serving all of South Florida, residential or commercial.
Hey, Culligan man!
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWestPalmContests.com.
That's ESPNWestPalmContests.com.
Hi, it's Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike, and when it comes to the NBA, I'm like a kid in a candy store. I want it all. Tonight, it's the Heat and 76ers. Road pressure, no shortcuts. Coverage starts at 6:30 right here on ESPN 106.3.
Right now, you may be running a little late, or feeling stressed, or overwhelmed, and you may be going a bit over the speed limit.
So to help you relax, exhale. Ease up on the gas. You'll get there when you get there. Take a moment to just chill. This little break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
Celebrate 10 years of the SWA Runaway 5K on Saturday, April 11th at 7:30 a.m. Run or walk on the beautiful SWA Greenway Trail System at the Solid Waste Authority of Palm Beach County. Individual, group, and virtual participants are invited to join the fun. All proceeds support the nonprofit Resource Depot with their efforts to inspire creativity and community engagement through the reuse of waste. To register and learn more, visit swa.org/5K.
We are proud of our parents. Want to know why? Because they work for the school district of Palm Beach County. There's lots of great jobs. With paid vacation, holidays off, healthcare, and retirement.
You can be in the same schedule as your kids.
Come work at the school district of Palm Beach County. You'll see why it's your best choice.
Join us at the Team Palm Beach Schools Job Fair. Register at palmbeachschools.org/job fair. That's palmbeachschools.org/job fair.
Now, it's time for a little R&R.
Colin to the bucket, lays it up and in.
Ball game, Rizzo! Live in the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, this is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
This team is going to be tough when they finally get it together.
Sit back and relax. Let Russo and Rizzo take you home.
Oh, mercy! Light him up, Colin!
It's Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3. It is NFL Combine Week where, Ruben Baines of the world, they're getting their arm length measured. People are over complaining about it, overthinking it. And then Ruben Bain, by the way, shows up to the Combine. He doesn't have a haircut. He's not glowed up. I think that's great when a guy shows up and he didn't have a haircut. And he didn't have his beard trimmed. None of that. Tells you he's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. So if the Jets are looking at that and looking for a big next star,
yeah, and
go get a Hurricane alum like Ruben Bain.
The Jets, they were busy. They made a trade. They traded an All-Pro defensive end.
They traded Jermaine Johnson. So they got a couple things going on there. But we are live at the Cognizant Classic. Colin Russo and Mike Rizzo. Damian Perez back at the City Play Studios in downtown West Palm Beach. If you're driving up to 95 and driving up to Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, or driving down to Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, you get into a little bit of a fender bender, don't know who to call, don't know where to go. You got to go to Anajar and Levine. My friends Mark Anajar and Levine. And Glenn Levine, at Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. They're the type that like to fight for you. They get your back. Takes that one phone call. I know they got my back, and they can get yours too. It is a quick phone call away. Don't settle for just any attorney. Go get the best. Go demand the best. Go get Anajar and Levine. That's the real difference. Take that one phone call. Take back control of your life. Don't waste any time. Get free consultation today. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Take back control with Anajar and Levine. All right, a couple things came out here. First of all, Ruben Bain joined Rich Eisen on ESPN Radio earlier today. Talked about a number of different things. Arm length, people were worried about it. People were worried about his measurables. I think what we do know is we see what we've seen on the field, and he's a stud. Let's take a listen to Ruben Bain with Rich Eisen earlier today.
What were you thinking when people were saying you didn't deserve to be in the college football playoff?
I ain't really paying no mind, honestly.
Come on now,
I knew he was going to get in. I had a real good gut feeling. I knew he was going to get in. I had a gut feeling.
Because it was this, that, the other thing.
Yeah,
Notre Dame here, BYU there.
We put too much work in for it not to happen, and I knew that God had us in the right way. Okay. So once they gave us the opportunity, we just seized it.
Maybe just the selection committee knew if they didn't put you in, they get the belt from Michael Irvin.
They had to, man. He was going to be right there going crazy.
What do you think of Irv?
Oh, man, he's a hell of a mentor, but that man is crazy.
Michael Irvin is crazy.
Yeah, he's great. He's good for the university. I won't take any Irving slander.
I can see Bain has the short arm length, which people have been worried about ever since he's been in college. Is that something that you think they'll hurt or help his draft stock?
Here's the thing. Remember Will Campbell, Colin. All right. Everyone was on his case on how bad of a playoff run in his Super Bowl he had. That was the knock on him, is that he had small arms. I think watching him dominate. I think he played well against Indiana. He dominated Ohio State. He dominated Texas A&M. I think there's something to be said about doing it against the best teams, and we saw him do that. I don't have a problem with it.
Here's the thing.
It's a different position. Colin, with offensive linemen, I feel like you are so you need
You're defined by your reach.
Exactly. Defensive linemen are different. You could go in.
Now,
you could go out. You could use your speed.
Now,
Go ahead.
Let me add this.
Okay.
He's got a 30 7/8 of an inch arm length. It's the third shortest of any defensive end in NFL Combine history. Now, only 2 defensive linemen since 1999 have had shorter arms than him.
Are we stat geeking here, though? Is that getting too into it?
Cassius Howell had shorter arms, and Nate Williams. That is the end of the list.
Yeah, gosh, I don't know who they are. I don't even know who the hell those guys are. There's too much tape. I hate to sound like Mel Kiper here, but there's too much tape for me to not consider him a great player. So I'm willing to get past that. We saw Colin. You saw him do it in the playoff. I know. Offensive lines are different in the NFL. They're the best of the best.
He game-wrecked Ohio State.
Dude, he completely ruined the game plan for us. I mean, Tegris Shabola got benched at halftime. They called it an injury, but I don't think it was an injury between us, okay? And he was the starting right guard for the Buckeyes. Regardless, all right, that guy was a game wrecker. I'm a big fan of his, and I'm a big fan of his counterpart, too, who I think both are going to be going in the first round, Bain and Mesidor.
Right. So you think people are overthinking getting into measurables. Now, the measurables, people overthought it with Will Campbell. Will Campbell gets drafted at 4th overall to the Patriots. And I'm not saying it's because of his measurables. Maybe he's just not that great. But it seemingly was a problem.
That's a tough position. What, left tackle? That's a tough position.
Edge rusher, I agree with you.
Joe Thomas.
But edge rusher,
ask Joe Thomas how hard that position is.
Edge rusher is a measurable position, though, right? Like you want to talk about how fast the guy is, how big the guy is, how strong he is. Obviously, tape matters, but there's a lot of guys who don't have a lot of production in college to begin with, but they're drafted based on speed, size, arm length, arm size, bench press. That type of thing goes into it. I'm not saying I would agree with letting him fall in the draft, but it's somebody like Ruben Bain. That is a concerning arm length, no?
I mean,
I don't know enough about the scouting department of defensive ends and how highly that NFL general managers take it into consideration. But what I do know is that you don't want to be at the bottom of the pack in any measurable at the combine. But this is the time of the year where people overthink. Now, if he could dominate at a college level, and I'm not talking about just play well, I'm talking about dominate at a college level, I think that does need to supersede. I agree with you on that.
Too much tape. I saw him do it too many times in the college football playoff and even throughout the season in the ACC. Let's not forget, Miami, I understand the SMU game pretty bad. The defense didn't look the best there. I mean, they were up in that game. They ended up losing the game. The unsportsmanlike conduct call. All year long, that Miami defense was great. And that wasn't the story now 2 years ago when the defense was the reason. They had Cam Ward at quarterback and the defense was the Sith.
Right.
This year, the strong point for Miami was that front seven that was getting after it and the turnovers that they were able to get. So too much tape, too much stuff for him. I think he'll be a great pro. I do. I think he'll be a great pro.
You think he'll be top 5 pick?
Top 5 is no, probably not. But I think he's going to be a top 15 at least. Top 15.
Be a top 5 pick.
Top 15 at least. I think. And I promise you're going to say it's biased, but I promise Arvell Reese, I think, will go before him. He's being projected as a defensive end, even though, Colin, he played in a 3-4 under Matt Patricia, an NFL-style defense. I think he does more than rushes the passer, but I think that's what it'll turn into, and I think he'll be the first one drafted from the position. But that doesn't mean I don't think he's going to go in the top 15 in Ruben Bain. I mean, this is still a guy with way too much tape out there that everyone was circling him during the college football playoff run for Miami. That guy wrecked games, and he completely dispatched my favorite team on the planet. Dispatched them. We didn't have an answer.
Colin Russo and Mike Rizzo live from the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches, right outside hole 11 at the tee box. Let's get into what that scoreboard update looks like. ESPN 106.3 live at the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches is presented by Kaiser University. Visit KUCHawks.com for the latest on the championship flagship campus of Kaiser University. The Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches, that leaderboard update is also presented by the Breakers Palm Beach. So nothing has changed at the top of the line. You've got 2 guys leading up the leaderboard at -9 and -8 through run round. Austin Smotherman leading the pack here at 9 under. Shot a 62 today in that opening round. He has been finished for quite some time, and nobody has challenged him outside of Nico Echeverria, who has a -8 on the day. He himself shot a 63. Outside of that, nobody's really trickled in to challenge those top two guys. You got multiple guys now who it wasn't this 20 minutes ago, but now you got 5 players at 4 under. Taylor Moore sitting at 4 under. Jackson Subert sitting at 4 under. He is finished with his round. The only one that is still playing is Christopher Wrighton, who is 4 under through 16. Daniel Berger finished off his round at 4 under as well, so he is waiting in the wings there as we look ahead to that second round, which is going to be coming up tomorrow here at PGA National. There is your scoreboard update on ESPN 106.3, presented by Kaiser University and the Breakers Palm Beach. Colin Russo, Mike Rizzo. We're going to loop in Christian Cat, do a little 5 at 5 at 5:20. On the other side of things, live from the 11th hole tee box at the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. It is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
I'm Ellie Anajar of Anajar and Levine. Injured in a car crash? Never rush to settle with insurance companies, and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anajar and Levine. Our experienced legal team will fight to win you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call me, Ellie Anajar, for a free consultation and take back control of your life. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, West Palm Beach.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
The James Hardy Pro Football Hall of Fame Invitational returns March 6th through the 8th at the iconic Old Course at Broken Sound in Boca Raton. Watch NFL greats like Calvin Johnson, Lawrence Taylor, and returning champion Tim Brown compete with PGA Champions Tour stars including Ernie Els, Darren Clark, and two-time major champion Zach Johnson, who's making his PGA Champions Tour debut. Tickets start at just $36. Get yours now at jameshardyinvitational.com. This is more than a tournament, it's the home of legends. Whether it's a clutch touchdown pass, a game-winning dunk, or an impressive dash to the finish, we want to highlight the best performance of the week. The winning performance will receive $500 courtesy of Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Catch the biggest moments and winners all season long on ESPN 106.3 and ESPN West Palm Play. Nominate them today by emailing highschool@espnwestpalm.com. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Welcome to being treated like a pro.
Breaking news on ESPN 106.3 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
This just in, we begin this hour with breaking news.
When news breaks, ESPN 106.3 has it covered.
We've had developments. ESPN 106.3 can now report.
When your vehicle breaks, St. Lucie Battery and Tire fixes it. Stay tuned to ESPN 106.3 for more breaking news. Brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
Hi, I'm Janice Ridenour from J. Zello & Associates. For nearly 30 years, my firm has worked alongside business owners and their teams, helping them truly understand QuickBooks with clear accounting guidance, proven workflows, and hands-on training. We offer customized QuickBooks Online training delivered in a supportive, judgment-free environment so you can learn at your pace. If you're stressed about your books, you don't have to be. Get trained, get confident, get it right. And when you need ongoing support or you'd rather have it done for you, our experienced team is here to help. Visit jzolo.com and schedule your free consultation today.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text AREA to 42424 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text AREA to 42424. That's AREA to 42424.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Let's get back to the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. This is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
At the end of the weekend here at the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches, we're going to be crowning one champion, one man to lift that trophy at the end of the weekend. But if you go down the street, go to North Military Trail, check out Kaiser University, they don't just have one champion. They got over 25-plus champions in their sporting department.
Yeah, man, we're talking exactly 27 right now, and it's only growing at the flagship campus of Kaiser University. How about that men's basketball team? And how about the Raleigh Massimino Sun Conference Coach of the Year, Marcus Bryant? Coach Chief, he won that award for this awesome season. Going on this weekend at Kaiser University will be that Sun Conference basketball tournament. Let's go Seahawks, and it is nothing but excellence in West Palm Beach because of the Kaiser Seahawks. It's right off of I-95, right off the turnpike, and if you want to prolong your academic, your athletic career, stay home, right in your backyard. You've got championship-winning athletic programs up and down that flagship campus of Kaiser University. KUSeahawks.com. KUSeahawks.com is the website to find out a little bit more information and see what the Kaiser Seahawks are doing next.
Christian Cat joining us now alongside Mike Rizzo and Colin Russo at the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. Christian, how has your day been so far today?
It's good. Went actually to Kaiser to get a golf lesson earlier on in the day, then made my way up here, enjoyed some food at the media tent, and made my way to our setup here next to the 11 tee. Finished theoretically speaking, and then followed Luke Clanton from hole 11 to hole 15. The wind is really whipping as we get later and later into the day. I think you're going to see a trend throughout these first couple of tournament days where the guys that play in the morning are going to go really low and the guys in the afternoon are going to struggle a little bit. There's a reason why they flip them Thursday and Friday.
Well, we think about last year, everybody tore this course apart. Everybody dominated this, so it's a good change of pace. The fact that we got, a bunch of 4-unders today instead of a bunch of 10-unders. Yeah,
you saw Luke Clanton, like I mentioned. I followed him, and he got his tour card. Jake Knapp shot in the 50s last year. A lot of conversation about the seating and the grass and the golf nerd stuff about PGA National, what it was, what it is. But it's always a good time, man. Selfishly, I enjoy the early tournament days, the non-weekend days, because there's less foot traffic just to be able to follow whoever you want. It's going to pick up, and business is certainly going to pick up throughout the weekend, of course, culminating on Saturday and Sunday.
Well, we got Christian Cat here with us. Let's do in the theme of things. Let's do a little 5 and 5 presented by Flagler Credit Union.
5 topics.
High five.
5 o'clock.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Let's get out of here.
Endless takes.
You can't handle the truth.
All gas, no brakes.
And it's shaking big time.
It's time for the 5 at 5.
Hold on to your butts.
Presented by Flagler Credit Union, proud supporter of FAU athletics. Number 1.
Well, I might have just seen the craziest pro sports team gimmick night of all time. You talk about the theme days, the bobblehead days, the summer camp days. Well, from the Atlanta Hawks, they have just announced Magic City Monday for March 16th, where the Hawks will take on the Magic. And what does that mean, you might ask, if you're never familiar with the city of Atlanta? Magic City is the most famous gentlemen's club in the world. Lou Williams made him famous for going there to pick up some buffalo wings that they were apparently famous for. The Atlantic Hawks having Magic City Monday. Mike, you flying out for it?
What's the theme of it? Do you have to dress up?
They are giving away.
Or dress down, if even?
They are giving away.
It's a gentleman's club, so I don't know.
They are giving away a Magic City hoodie Actually.
You're just going to get a hoodie.
But like, here's the, like, you can't. All right, with our profession, I can't wear a Magic City hoodie. Listen, strip clubs are fun, right? Strip joints are fun. I you know, every blue moon you go with a couple of buddies maybe that, you know, are visiting you from up north. But like, I don't, you know, I can't be wearing a strip club hoodie, guys. I gotta be honest.
You can't sport the.
I can't be sitting there wearing a strip club hoodie. Like I said, I like them. They're fun. You know what I mean? They're fun if you go with buddies, a bachelor party, or whatever. But I can't sit here and tell you I'm wearing the hoodie.
Man,
you can't sport the merch.
No, I can't. And I can't believe they're allowed to do it. Like, that's another thing. How are they allowed to do this? There are children going to that game.
Yeah,
like
people in the comments are saying, does it come in like a kid's like small? Like how
guys,
to get the hoodie?
Like listen, I am all for those kind of establishments, but at the same time, like, there are kids there. I don't know. That's unacceptable.
So are you aware of the R&B rap artist T.I.?
Yeah, dude, come on, man.
All right, just asking.
Sorry.
He hasn't been
one of my
big in a minute.
He's one of my favorites.
What's your favorite T.I. song?
Whatever you like. Why You Wanna, Ready for Whatever. Dead and Gone's good. Anyway, keep going.
Well,
24s.
Legendary rapper Atlanta's own T.I. is going to perform some of his well-known tracks at halftime, presented by Jack Daniels.
Okay, dude, I'm surprised Young Dro's not going to be there. That's
Me
another.
too.
That's another early 2000s rapper that I grew up liking. Shoulder lean.
I feel like Migos was the obvious answer there.
Migos is Atlanta.
Yeah,
Migos might be a little pricey. Like his stock is still higher than T.I.'s is.
Colin, you ever seen any of the T.I. movies?
He or
I
they.
can't say.
Yes.
This is an actor.
Is he in that bank robbing movie?
Yes. Yeah, and he's the villain. He plays it pretty good. Plays a pretty good
Chris
role.
Brown's in that movie, right?
Yes, that movie's not bad. I'm
what
telling
is that
you.
called?
The Heist?
No.
It's not that bad. Dude, I'm telling you, that movie's not a bad watch.
The guy from Matt Dillon from The Outsiders is in it.
Dude, the boys and I in college, it used to be on BET all the time, and we loved that movie. And I can't even tell you its name, Christian. That's how much we
Takers.
love it. Yeah.
He's in Takers,
Dude, it was a
right?
good movie. That was a good movie. I don't care what people say. Don't let people tell you Takers was
Ghost.
a bad movie.
He's Ghost.
Dude, it's T.I.
I've seen this movie's not bad. This movie, Paul Walker's in this too.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Takers.
Dude. Not a bad
Chris
movie.
Brown is like a main character in this.
You're slighting T.I. a little bit, Christian. I don't think Tip or T.I., better known as TIP. I don't think Tip needs to. I don't think he's fishing for change, fishing for money, like how a lot of people think Floyd Mayweather is with that Netflix fight.
All right, where are we going to next?
Number 2.
That brings us to the NFL. Well, the Raiders have a new head coach, and he is the offensive coordinator of the Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks. And, of course, in last year's NFL draft, the Raiders used their first-round, top 10 pick on a running back. Ashton Jeanty, nearly the Heisman winner, running back out of Boise State. Jeanty showed some flashes in his rookie season this past year, but now with a brand new head coach, are things going to change? Here is new head coach Clint Kubiak of the Las Vegas Raiders on how he chooses to manage the backfield come 2026.
Yeah, definitely want to have a two-man show there, guys that can share the load. It's a long season. You don't want to put all the carries and targets on one guy. So right now we're identifying, guys that are available here in the draft, identifying the free agents we might go after, looking at our own roster and seeing who can take that. But it is important that Jeanty has a wingman, and it's probably not going to be just one guy. So that'll be really important to identify.
Now, that is Kubiak, who, as I mentioned, OC of the Seahawks, had a two-man backfield for most of last year, even though Kenneth Walker was back there, who won Super Bowl MVP and was spectacular when he was getting touches. But Zach Charbonnet, if you're a fantasy football player, know he got a lot of those carries too. Now, that being said, spending a top 10 pick on a running back in the year 2026 is fill in the blank.
Blasphemous. I don't think you can do it. So many times you see running backs, I feel like in the second round, pan out. I mean, Christian, as a Brown fan, they drafted Nick Chubb in the second round until Minkah Fitzpatrick had the dirtiest hit in NFL history. He was one of the best running backs in the league. So you get premium positions in the first round. Offensive tackles, edge rushers. If you need a quarterback, I'll listen to a wide receiver. I'll listen to a wide receiver, even like they got to be, Jeremiah Smith level, Jamar Chase level. I would never take a running back in the first round, personally, my personal opinion.
Yeah, more often than not, it doesn't really work out for the team that does it. I mean, just going back to a couple of years, Leonard Fournette was the 4th overall pick in the draft. He didn't really see, he saw major success his rookie year. Outside of that, he was most known for what he did in Tampa Bay. Christian McCaffrey's another example of that. He was the 9th overall pick that same year. He went to the Panthers. He didn't see his most success until he went to the 49ers. I mean, another one to come to mind is Saquon Barkley. He's the number 2 overall pick in the draft. Yeah, talented player for the Giants. Didn't impact their winning. He wasn't great until he got to his 2nd stop. So, there's a couple examples. Jahmyr Gibbs is one of them, who was, I think, the 11th or 12th pick in the draft, who has seen a lot of success, but it's not a premier position, a priority position. Yeah. It's not. It's a luxury position.
Yeah, I like I said, the left tackles of the world, the defensive ends of the world. Now, I don't think the coach there, I don't think he's Kubiak. I don't think he's saying like, hey, this guy, we're down on this guy. I didn't take it like that. No, you need 2 running backs.
That's what he's saying. He's saying doing exactly what he did in Seattle.
You need 2 running backs. I have no issue with what he said there. But to answer your question, Christian, no, you can't do a running back in the first round. Look at the Falcons. How have the Falcons fared? Listen, Robinson, good player, fine. But how have they fared taking a running back in the first round?
Right.
And that brings us to
number 3.
To Major League Baseball. Max Scherzer earned another 1-year deal with the Toronto Blue Jays. A 1-year, $3 million deal to get back to the World Series runner-up Blue Jays. And this was shared on the internet this week, where Max Scherzer's daughter, Brooke, apparently, after the Blue Jays lost in that thrilling Game 7, she is very young. I don't know. She's like a kid or something. And she said, "Dear Blue Jays, I am so sorry you didn't win the World Series. I hope that you win next time. I hope my dad is back on the team. My whole family loves spending time in Toronto with our dad. We love the aquarium, the CN Tower, and of course, the stadium. I am looking forward to coming back next season. Love, Max Scherzer's daughter." Just playing dirty by Max Scherzer to get his daughter to write a letter in order to get a $3 million contract.
I think he did sell his house, too, and he's telling teams that he's healthy and ready. They gave him postseason opportunities last year, and he wasn't that bad. He was good against Seattle in that one game they gave him. I think they gave him, like, Game 4. He had success. It wasn't terrible. He pitched against the Yankees Game 3. He wasn't terrible either. So because of that, he's not a premier pitcher anymore. We know that. He's old. He's a use him when you need him. But I don't know if it needs to be with Toronto, but I do think he has earned himself another year somewhere. Maybe it might suit him better to join that team later on.
Now, Christian, forgive me. They signed him.
Yeah.
They signed him.
They did. That letter was written after the World Series. It was unsure whether or not he was going to return to the team.
Listen, good for Max. Guys, I remember when Mad Max was the best pitcher in baseball, all right? That 2019 run he had with the Nationals, him, Juan Soto, and Corbin. Listen, the mighty fall. We saw it with Kershaw, and we've seen it with some of the greats that have ever played. I think Scherzer's right up there. I think he's a first ballot Hall of Famer, and I think him being in the sport is good for baseball.
Now, he is still a free agent, because I know he did sell his house, so he is still technically trying to be signed.
Okay.
Wait, I thought the news was today that he did get signed.
Yeah, did that just come out?
Yeah.
As far as I saw it wasn't today. I haven't seen it
Scherzer
yet.
returning to Jays for 19th season.
Okay. When did that
Christian
come out?
is
Recently?
right.
Good.
This was 4 hours ago.
Okay, good.
Christian is
so
right.
I did not see that.
But listen, I think Scherzer being in the MLB is good for baseball. One of the best K per nine pitchers I've ever seen. And, and now look at the Tigers. Now they have Skubal. The Tigers have been a Hall of Fame pitcher's dream between Skubal, and obviously we still got to see from Skubal. He's on his way, and Scherzer.
It's pretty interesting. It's a 1-year, $3 million base salary, with the incentives can go all the way up to $10 million, where it's $1 million each at 65 innings, 75 innings, 85 innings pitched, all the way up to 155 innings pitched.
Which he will not get.
He will not do.
Sure?
He
Come
can't
on,
stay
turn
healthy.
back the clock.
The issue is health.
If he can give you 10 starts, you're happy.
Yeah, I agree with Colin there. I think Christian health. It's not that I'm saying he's incapable of being able to go deep into games anymore. He can go 5 innings, give up 3. But the issue at this point in Mad Max's career is availability.
Yeah, 10, 15 times he's out there, and then he's healthy for the postseason, you're okay with that.
And that moves us along to
Number 4.
Right now, we are on site, on location at the 11th tee box of the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. And Joe Highsmith won it all last year in 2025. Here is what he had to say about a routine he does when he steps up to an important putt.
I know that the No Lane Up guys just released a clip of talking about me putting with my eyes closed, and yeah, I mean, I've done that for quite a long time now. I don't know exactly when it started, but my very first pro event was a PGA Tour Canada event. I had like a 15-footer for eagle on 18 to get into a playoff, and eyes were definitely shut for that one. And kind of looking back over my golf life, like any of the important putts that I've ever had, like eyes were always closed for sure. I think it's maybe like a nerve coping mechanism in a way where just if I'm looking at the ball and I see the hole right there, I think it just makes it difficult when you have that whole visual aspect. And when I shut my eyes, then I can just kind of focus on making a stroke and, you know, take like kind of the results out of it and just try to put a good stroke on the ball and not have that visual interference.
So not have that visual interference, Highsmith says, in terms of hitting putts. He's saying it takes the nerves away, it takes your eyes away. I want to take this outside of golf, which that's pretty insane. What is something you guys do so often or are so good at that you think you could do with your eyes closed?
I like how we said vision interference when what we need is the alternative is blindness. So.
Christian, my buddy Chris, best golfer I know, he looks at the hole when he putts. That's how he putts. Isn't that insane? I'm like, Chris, how do you do that? He looks at the hole. And he's so okay with his muscle memory because, like, obviously with your ball, you line up your stripes, you line up your line to your stripe. He's so confident in the sense of he can look at the hole and do his swing. Not me. I need to be looking down. What can you do with your eyes closed?
I was thinking about it. I'm very good. I mean, this is very simple, but I don't need light. There's no light outside where my apartment is. If I don't leave the light on, nobody else does too near me. I've gone there and it's nearly pitch black. I'm very good. Don't even bother around trying to get the key into the keyhole. I'm usually
really?
First entry. I'm pretty good with that.
Oh, my old apartment. I thought
about
so
that over
bad
the
at
weekend.
that.
I thought about that over the weekend. I'm like, I'm pretty good at this, and I don't need.
Do you like pointer finger can feel the grooves of the key?
I get like my middle finger and my thumb on top of the door handle. I have like a circular door handle, and I'm good from there. Just like even it out.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Cool.
Not every time.
Better than mine.
Not every time, but I don't mess around with the key into the keyhole. I can do that in the dark.
First team All-American drops keys when trying to get into his apartment. I can never do it right. I drop it every single time.
I cup two things. Number one, I could run on the treadmill with my eyes closed.
Oh, I would fall immediately.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah,
that's terrible. I think I've tried that before when I went to the gym for like high school football for a week.
So
I don't like that.
You guys know I'm a treadmill runner. I run a 5K 5 days a week, trying to up it to 6. I do it with my eyes closed a lot because the sun at when it starts getting darker later, the sun in my community gym beats right on the treadmill, and it honestly feels good. Close my eyes, I can do that. Another thing, GTA 3, I believe Vice City. My brother and I knew those cheat codes backwards.
Really?
Yeah, I can still do it to this day. I can't even tell you what controls it is. If you give me a PlayStation controller, I can do it.
I can shuffle cards.
Yeah.
I can do all the shuffling.
Can you bridge? I can't bridge. I'm a card shark. I can't bridge.
I could do all that, all the card stuff.
That's awesome.
With my eyes.
I could shuffle very good, but my brother bridges. Too shaky, Christian. Too shaky.
I don't know. I can't shuffle. For someone who likes card culture and always likes to jump in on a poker night, I don't know how to shuffle and never have been able to.
Okay.
And
I like it. I don't even like I don't play card games that often. I just like playing around with the deck of cards. Keeps your hands moving. I like doing that.
Huh.
All right. That.
And then this one to cap off the 5 at 5.
Number 5.
We are at the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. Brooks Koepka is making his return to his home events at the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. Now, round 1 is not really going as he would hoped. Of course, Brooks went to Cardinal Newman right up the road, so we're happy to have him back here in Palm Beach County. Fellas, if you were to make a glorious homecoming, what talent would you want to see the people you grew up with see you perform?
Hey.
I'm putting you on the spot
I can make up a talent.
Yeah, sure. Let's just snap your fingers and all of a sudden you're doing the...
Let me go first because this is an easy one for me. There's a thing in Strongsville called the noon run at our rec center, and it was a basketball run, and the same old guys apparently are still playing in the noon run that my boys and I all grew up playing with. I would love to go back to the noon run.
The noon run?
The noon run.
Okay.
The noon run at the Strongsville Rec Center, play with old man Steve, Chuck. I mean, those guys, they didn't raise me, but those guys friggin' raised me with how much I did the noon run with them, honest to God. And I would, they would let a young whippersnapper, 16, 18-year-old, have all 12 points. You know what I mean? Like, they were a good sports about it. And then once you got older, it's like, oh, God, I hope I'm still playing basketball at their age, honestly. Huh. So noon run, Strongsville, Ohio. Shout out Steve, Chuck, and the boys.
So Mike goes the practical route, something realistic. Colin, in your wildest fantasy, you show back up to New Canaan, Connecticut, and wow, Colin's back in town, and he's performing at the local bar.
I would love to be able to perform music live very well. I'd love to be able to do that. That'd be great. I mean, being good at that, being capable of that.
How's the guitar coming?
I mean, I'll refrain from it's going. It's going.
You have calluses yet?
No, at the first it did. At first I got numbness in the top tips of my fingers.
You
get tips in your fingers. You get numbness when you're first starting to get started with the strings.
You should have done the violin.
Have you guys talked about this on the air yet? That Colin, you're like learning guitar, or no?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, so what's the plan forward here? Who's your coach? What are you doing? How much money did you spend on a guitar?
TBD. I spent about $400 on the guitar.
Oh man, that's a lot for you.
You don't spend money on anything. That's cheap for a guitar.
You spend $10 a day. You do the $400. You were in shambles buying that guitar, and I will not listen to anything but. He was in shambles spending $400 on that instrument. Anyway, sorry.
He did say it was a deal, but yes, you're right.
He let you know, like
he was in shambles.
That's how they get you. That's how they get you. Oh, this is a great deal. No. It's a work in progress. It's a very hard sport to learn without individual instruction. I haven't had the chance to do a lot of individual instruction because of scheduling conflicts. But
YouTube University?
Yeah, they do good for beginning stuff, but not for like taking that next step. You need somebody because you build tendencies. You don't want to build bad habits. That's what you get most nervous about. And you don't know bad habits until somebody looks.
So you're not going to be ripping through the fire and flames anytime
soon? I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'd like
all
to
my
get
Guitar
good at
Hero players know what I'm talking about.
I'd like to get good at it quickly. But we'll see.
Apparently, there's like this inside guitar or inside musicians running joke about the 3 chords of death. And apparently, if you go into any guitar store, I just know Guitar Center because it's a chain or whatever, you will always hear someone do the bum, 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 because it's like an easy chord that you can learn as a beginner, and they hate anybody who walks in, takes a guitar off the shelf, and strums that.
And they can't stand Wonderwall. They can't stand any of that. Yeah, they can't stand it. So there's a couple beginning songs that just all the beginners learn that it is frowned upon.
What's the piano one? Like dun 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 dun. Like it's like an easy one, like chopsticks or whatever.
I'll tell you what, my best friend Ryan rips the piano. High school parties, Biker Brad had a piano. Dude, he'd be serenading girls playing the piano. Honestly, 100 IQ move.
You know,
ripping the piano at a high school party.
You know where you could serenade your favorite NFL professional athletes and your favorite Hall of Famers? We could do that at the James Hardy Pro Football Hall of Fame Invitational.
Yeah, we can. We will. We're going to go to the James Hardy Pro Football Hall of Fame Invitational when it is going to be just next week, March 6th through the 8th. You got to be there to believe it. I'm very excited for it. They've got some big-name heavy hitters committed to play, both on the golf side, like the PGA Tour Champions guys that will be there, live and in color, live and in action. Patrick Harrington was a commit late. You're going to see the debut of Zach Johnson, of course, the former Ryder Cup captain. And, of course, you're going to see Ernie Els. But on the football side of things, Drew Brees was announced the other day. Adam Vinatieri. And that is just scratching the surface. Chris Carter's been a big advocate of this event. He cares so much about where he grew up. He cares so much about the local area. It's at the old course at Broken Sound in Boca Raton, and you have got to be there. Only $30 a day is where those tickets start. $30 per day, unforgettable pairings, 3 days of championship golf, incredible access. Get your tickets now, JamesHardyInvitational.com. That's James, Hardie, Invitational.com. We're going to be there. You should too.
Christian Cat, Colin Russo, Mike Rizzo will close out the program next live from the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. It is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 1063.
Ready to take on any terrain? The all-new 2026 Defender 110 P300S is here. Built for those who crave adventure without compromising on luxury. Lease the powerful 2026 Defender 110 P300S for just $899 per month for 36 months. Whether you're tackling the toughest roads or cruising the city, the Defender is ready for it all. Don't wait. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and experience the Defender like never before. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Hi, this is Scott Smith with Smith Ball Baez and Prather, Florida Injury Lawyers. We are a Florida civil trial law firm that specializes in the areas of personal injury and wrongful death. Our offices are located in Palm Beach Gardens, Boca Raton, and Port St. Lucie. Our lawyers have litigated thousands of matters at the Palm Beach, Martin, St. Lucie, and Indian River County courthouses. Our lawyers, paralegals, and other numerous members of our legal team live in Palm Beach County and Treasure Coast cities and towns such as West Palm Beach, Port St. Lucie, Lake Worth, Palm Beach Gardens, Palm City, Jupiter, and others just like you and your families. We are a statewide recognized law firm, but it is your community and your families that we live and associate with on a daily basis. Our most satisfying achievement is when we know that our legal power has helped a fellow member of our Palm Beach County and Treasure Coast community secure a fair and just huge result. If you've been injured, the lawyers at Smith Ball Baez and Prather will help. Call us at 500-HELP, 500-HELP. With Smith Ball Baez and Prather, help is just a local phone call away. Offices Palm Beach Gardens, Boca Raton, and Port St. Lucie.
She ain't gonna tie me down. Why you on the road? Got it on the shirt, saw the hat, saw the clothes. What you got?
Let's get back to the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. This is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 1063.
Well, if you're in the Palm Beach County area, you're in West Palm Beach, you want to watch some baseball, there's no better place to do it than go to Cacti Park because spring training baseball is underway right here in West Palm Beach. Major League Baseball played up close in a relaxed spring training setting. This part of the year, now you got some of the top teams in Major League Baseball and the World Baseball Classic going to be in the mix, around, and available. You could go basically every single day if you want to watch both the Washington Nationals and the Houston Astros take on some of baseball's biggest foes and biggest heroes. You got some of the best baseball value of the year. It's without the regular season pressure. You can go to the major events that they have. They have fireworks night. They have Bark in the Park night where a bunch of dogs are all there. You can go to cactipark.com to get your tickets today. Visit the spring training schedule online. See teams like the Cardinals. See teams like the Mets. See like the New York teams that are all coming to town this week, next week, and the week after, especially with some World Baseball Classic action with Team Venezuela going to be making a stop at Cacti Park. You can get all this today and check out some of their exclusive offerings at cactipark.com. That is cactipark.com. Mike and I are doing First Pitch. The second year we are going to be doing First Pitch at Cacti Park. Who knows how it's going to go, but First Pitch should be, something. Yep. I think this time around we didn't practice last year. And I actually didn't think either of them went poorly.
No, everybody
else,
high. Well, here's
everybody else told us we were poor.
We got bad info because, it's farther than expected. Make sure you get it over the plate. Bro, I had that in my sleep. I threw a pitch like I was throwing it from center field. The catcher had to jump up for it.
Yeah, yours had to jump.
So this year, I'm coming. My plan is to have it in the strike zone. My plan is to have it in the strike zone this year.
Yeah, I agree with that. So last year, people were pounding it. That was a terrible throw. Calm down, all right? Jeez. Unbelievable. But what we do know is truly unbelievable is how we're already at day one of the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches live here at PGA National. Let's see what's going on with that scoreboard update. Scoreboard update here on ESPN 106.3. It's presented by Kaiser University. Visit KUCHawks.com for the latest on championship flagship campus of Kaiser University, 27-time national champion. It's also presented by the Breakers Palm Beach. And here's what you have to know. Through round one, everybody is away and done with. We are basically closing out here outside of a couple players. And leading the pack is Austin Smotherman, who shot a 62 in round 1 today, sitting at a strong 9 under. He has controlled that lead for the majority of the day, sitting at 9 under. And right on his tail is Nico Echeverria, who is at 8 under. Outside of that, you got a bunch of 4 unders. With Taylor Moore sitting at 4 under, Jackson Suber sitting at 4 under, Kevin Roy sitting at 4 under, and also you have Daniel Berger sitting at 4 under. Those are some of the top names that you have to watch after round 1, with round 2 beginning here tomorrow at PGA National. So get the latest on all of your scoreboard updates right here on ESPN 106.3, as we'll be here throughout the weekend. That is the Cognizant Classic Leaderboard Update presented by Kaiser University and the Breakers Palm Beach. Colin Russo and Mike Rizzo. You want to know what I'm doing right now? I'm multitasking. My dad, we have a wedding this weekend.
You got him an Uber.
I'm trying to figure this out. He doesn't understand technology, and he is trying to I'm trying to order him an Uber because he is at the City Place Studios while we are at the Cognizant Classic. And I'm trying to order him an Uber that is going to pick him up at 6 o'clock. We have a wedding tonight. And ceremony. Drinks around the wedding, the dinner around the wedding. We have the wedding ceremony, which I believe already happened. And we have a wedding party tomorrow night. So that's the theme. Go ahead.
Every wedding that I've been to, it's day of, get married, have the ceremony.
And then go right to the party.
And then go right to the party.
No, they split that up.
And then rehearsal dinner the day before.
I don't know about the rehearsal.
Quickly,
I'm not involved in that.
Quickly, rehearsal dinner the day before the ceremony. Ceremony happens, and then that night you do the after
it didn't work
party.
out like that. Didn't work out like that.
Okay,
so
sorry.
We have the event tonight. I believe the Kiss the Bride has already happened. That's already complete and through. Now there's dinner tonight, and I got to get him from West Palm Beach to Jupiter, and I just sent him the Uber driver's name and like the car and the license plate, and he goes, phone about to die. And if he doesn't have the information, I have no idea how he's going to find this car. So I don't know.
So while you do that.
No, he's fine. Like, she's there. It's a matter of if he could find it.
And he doesn't know the information.
Well, I texted him the information. I think the phone's still alive, but the phone's dead.
It's so funny.
He's going to forget this.
He's
going to forget this.
I saw a dog before I left. He goes, tell Colin I need an Uber at 6:05. It's the last thing he said to me. Make sure he gets in that Uber. I told him, leave right when your show is over, because if he misses that Uber, he is dead. He's
Dave
not going
Druda at the City Place Studios is going to have to call this man an Uber or drive him himself to Jupiter, Florida.
Dave 100% Jupiter.
It's in Jupiter. That's a hike.
He's leaving from station going to Jupiter to the event, and you're leaving right from here to go to the event.
Which is down the street.
Okay.
So it's not far from me, but the problem is, I think this thing that we're going to starts at 6:30.
Colin,
so I don't have time to go back
Colin,
and forth.
And listen, I know these are your family members, so I'm going to tread carefully. This wedding sounds nuts.
Yeah.
I don't think you're listening, because I think
they're kissing the bride right now.
And why aren't you there? Why the hell aren't you there?
I think they're kissing the bride right now. Mike, it's 2 days. I'm not doing that. I'm going to be honest.
All right,
congratulations.
let me.
Let's be honest. What, do you want to have the ceremony on Monday, rehearsal dinner on Tuesday, and then you want to have the party on Friday?
Dude, that is a waste of time. I'm so sorry. I know they're your family. They botched that schedule. Folks, you want to know what's not a waste of time? My good buddy Doc Al over at Mentally Medical on North Dixie Highway. I've mentioned numerous times I'm doing the weight loss and nutrition program. My clothes are starting to get loose. It's starting to get to that point where I'm starting to see results. Go see what Doc Al could do for you, because it's much more than that. If you have cardiovascular issues, expert heart care, expert skin, anti-aging care, and look into the peptides. That is the thing that is flying off the shelf with Doc Al. The peptides and some of the testosterone products that Doc Al sells. It is your one-stop shop. Your one-stop shop men's health clinic. Go to men'sonlymedical.com for more information, or go on North Dixie Highway. Go see him. Tell him Riz sent you.
Colin Russo, Mike Rizzo. Mike will be back at it tomorrow. I'll be on sabbatical with the wedding. See you next time. It's Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy